Why Peter Obi's campaign style confuses and frustrates the APC by Sam Amadi. In a recent interview on 90 Minutes Africa, political analyst Dr. Sam Amadi, the director of the Abuja School of Social and Political Thoughts, made a very interesting observation about Peter Obi and his unique political style. He said something that perfectly captures why the All Progressives Congress, APC, continues to find it difficult to contain Obi's growing influence across Nigeria. According to Amadi, Peter Obi's political style is minimalist, and that's what makes him unstoppable. Now, what does that mean? It means that Peter Obi does not play politics the way traditional Nigerian politicians do. He doesn't depend on large political structures, billion-naira campaign offices, or endless political godfathers. Instead, his strategy is simple, flexible, and people-driven. Unlike most politicians who are tied to a rigid system of patronage and party structure, Peter Obi operates like a movement rather than a politician. And that's exactly what confuses the APC. You see, the APC is used to fighting traditional battles. They understand how to weaken a party structure, how to buy off delegates, how to frustrate internal party systems, and how to use state institutions to suppress opponents. But Obi doesn't fit into that formula. He's like smoke. You can see him, you can feel his presence, but you can't hold him down. When the APC expect him to act like a conventional politician, he takes a completely different route. When they prepare to attack him through the party system, they realize he's not even relying on that system. When they expect him to spend billions on campaigns, he raises volunteers. When they expect him to use thugs or force, he uses data, ideas, and humility. This is what Dr. Sam Amadi called the minimalist approach. A style that is simple yet powerful, unpredictable yet effective. Amadi also noted that this very simplicity frustrates attempts by the ruling party to suppress or weaken him. How do you stop someone who has no fixed political structure? How do you disorganize a movement that is built on the minds and hearts of millions of Nigerians, not on rented crowds or paid influencers? Even today, the APC still doesn't know what to do with Peter Obi. That uncertainty alone keeps them on edge. Every time they think they figured him out, Obi takes another strategic turn. And that is the power of his political style. Obi's influence also continues to grow organically. He doesn't rely on vote buying or empty promises. His popularity is rooted in the trust people have in him, trust built from his record as governor of Anambra State, and his simplicity in both speech and action. That kind of popularity cannot be easily dismantled because it's not based on money. It's based on belief. The APC is used to political opponents who depend on big financiers, but Obi's support base is powered by the people. The same Nigerians who crowd every hall, every online space, and every event he attends. They are not waiting for campaign funds or incentives. They are driven by conviction. Dr. Amadi also pointed out something crucial. Obi's style gives him incredible flexibility and resilience in a system dominated by structure-based politics. In other words, he is free. He can move fast, respond quickly, and connect directly with citizens without the usual political bottlenecks. And that is exactly why the APC can't stop him. Imagine trying to silence a campaign that's happening simultaneously in churches, mosques, markets, schools, and social media, all powered by volunteers who believe they are part of a national rebirth. That's the challenge the APC faces with Peter Obi. Obi's movement goes beyond the party structure. The Obidient Movement is made up of Nigerians from every political background: PDP, APC, LP, ADC, and even those who have never voted before. It's a movement that transcends political boundaries. They soon realized that the real force behind Obi's popularity is not just the party, it's the people. And you can't disband the people. However, Dr. Amadi also made an important observation. While Obi's approach gives him strength and mobility, it also has its own weaknesses. Because he operates with minimal structure, it becomes harder to build lasting political institutions that can outlive him. That's the trade-off: flexibility versus permanence. But here's the interesting part. Even with that weakness, Obi continues to dominate national conversations. His every statement trends across the country. His every movement inspires hope. And his growing network of supporters continues to organize themselves without waiting for any central command. That's not something any ruling party can easily destroy. In fact, the APC's confusion about how to handle Obi has become a recurring theme in Nigerian politics. They can't label him correctly. Is he opposition? Is he a revolutionary? Is he anti-establishment or just reformist? He's all of them at once, and none of them completely. Obi has managed to occupy a unique space in Nigerian politics, outside the grasp of traditional power brokers, yet right at the center of national influence. He plays the game differently. He doesn't shout, he doesn't insult, he doesn't bribe, yet his words move millions. That is why the APC are struggling. They are facing a political phenomenon that doesn't obey the old rules. And in trying to figure him out, they are exposing the weaknesses of their own system. A system built on money, manipulation, and control. Obi's politics, on the other hand, is built on faith, simplicity, and people power. That is why no matter how much propaganda is thrown at him, it fades quickly. Because the people have already seen something real in him, something that can't be fabricated or destroyed. So yes, as Dr. Sam Amadi rightly said, Obi's minimalist campaign style may not look like much on the surface, but is the very reason he remains a mystery the APC can solve. He is the most unpredictable, most disciplined, and most people-driven politician in Nigeria today. And as 2027 approaches, that unpredictability is his greatest weapon. Because while others are busy building political empires that crumble with time, Obi is building trust, and trust once earned cannot be destroyed by propaganda or power.
Now, the APC, before the election, warned all the non-APC members who were not going to vote for APC not to come out to vote. It is open. They warned the non-indigents. As a matter of fact, they even invoked Oro Festival to make sure they frustrated everybody. It's on record. And then they were not heating up the polity. And after the election, and after the open robbery that took place, a man rose up. His name is Peter Obi, and said, let there be calm. I am going to take my grievances through the courts. It's on record. And then suddenly, some spin doctors are now saying he is the one who is overheating the polity. Is there no level to lies and hypocrisy? And they were the people that told him, if you don't like what is happening, go to court. And he went to court. And yet, he's the one overheating the polity.